I wanna run to you. Hoo-hoo. I wanna run to you. Hoo-hoo. Welcome everybody to another episode of Savage Crypto or Savage ICO. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. In today's video, I am going to be exposing you to a brand new cryptocurrency in a brand new niche, and it's potentially hot. It's got a very potentially hot entry point. So if you are excited to learn about what this cryptocurrency is, then smash up the likes, smash up the likes. If you like my little entry song, smash a like. If you like my shirt, smash a like. Basically, just smash a like. Don't be lazy. Hit that like button. And also, if you haven't yet, subscribe to Team Suppoman for a daily video, even on a Sunday. Yes, peeps, on a Sunday. So, what are we seeing today? Well, what we are seeing today, unfortunately, is another dip in the market cap. So it's at 417 billion now. So it's dropped about 10 billion since yesterday, but it is the weekend. This is typically the time when market goes dead anyway, but given that we are still trying to get out of this bear market, and because there is a lot of fear still in the market, there are still people who right now, looking in the Telegram groups, are just jumping ship. And for those people, watch my video from yesterday, because I hope it gives you some inspiration and encouragement for holding in the tough times, or at least how to keep a positive head throughout these negative times. So we've seen Bitcoin now under 9,500. We are seeing basically rampant reds. I mean, it's you can tell The Walking Dead is back on our screens because there is a lot of blood. But what can I tell you about what's looking good? Well, to be honest, at the moment, people are fearful, but that is the time when people should be greedy, because although prices are still going down and may continue to go down, they are going to go back up for the promising cryptocurrency projects. So just before I talk about the ICO, let's talk about a few of these. So one of these is Pundy X. Okay, now this was one of the hotly anticipated ICOs from the last couple of months. This was $2.15, I think, at ICO. And now it is $1.65. Now this is going to enable cryptocurrency payments at point of sale. So this is going to help with retail spending of cryptocurrencies, and that is what Pundy X is looking to achieve in their vision. And they have dropped, 50 cents since ICO. Its absolute highest, it got to $4 in the $4.60 area, going up towards $5. And now it has dropped 3 times its value, which is insane. So this is one definitely to keep watching. Another one is one I mentioned yesterday, which is Buybox. Now, Buybox is a token that powers the Buybox exchange, which is where I bought my Fusion tokens from. And this was the first interaction that I had with Buybox. And it is a very, very similar interface to Binance and KuCoin, a really promising looking exchange, one in which the token has utility. And at the moment, it's 75 million market cap. Now, if we just have a look, let's have a look at its kind of newest competitor, which is KuCoin. This one obviously has been established for a lot longer, but the fact that Buybox, listed Fusion, which is one of the most promising cryptocurrency projects, infrastructure projects, and protocols in recent times, this gives an indication of what's going to be happening. Buybox is going to be like the next KuCoin, so it's going to be Buybox. Binance came first. KuCoin came after because it had a very similar interface and was allowing you to buy the newer ICOs, and now Buybox is coming, which is going to be looking to compete on a very even scale. So, KuCoin got as high up as 1.8 billion, which is about 20 or so times more than Buybox is at the moment. So you can kind of see that just against its newest competitor, it's got kind of 20 times growth. If we have a look at Binance, and look where Binance has gotten to, this has achieved a much higher market cap. This has gone up to 2.8 billion, I think. At its absolute highest. No, 2.4 billion. So that is about 35 34 times gain. So 34 times gain based on where buy box is now. So keep an eye on buy box. Have a look and see where the best point is to get into that, because it's certainly looking quite accumulatable right now. So with that in mind, let me just make sure that I'm live. I should have done this a little bit earlier. Yes, you can hear me. So smash up the likes, peeps. Smash up the likes if you like what you're hearing so far, because next up, I am going to be talking about an ICO. I plan to bring you around about, let's say, 2 ICO reviews a week maximum. 1 really is what I'm looking to bring you, but 2 when, you know, the market is looking a little bit disappointing and when you're feeling probably a little bit despondent, don't want to look at the market, here's something new to look at. So, in today's episode, I am going to be speaking to you about Lympo. Okay, and I think I said quite famously, no one likes a Lympo. But in this case, you may like a Lympo. So what is Lympo? Because this is very exciting. This is in a brand new niche in cryptocurrency. And what I was saying yesterday is that I'm looking for cryptocurrencies that are looking to build the ecosystem as a whole, the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and look to model, you know, systems that work out in the real world into the cryptocurrency market, making it better, more inclusive, and adding value to the end user. And Lympo, I think, is one of those ones. This first, really, one of the first cryptocurrencies in this particular niche. So what is Lympo? So Lympo is mobile health ecosystem. Okay, so when you have your mobile, if you've got like one of those health apps or Google Fit or something, then they track your steps, they track what calories you're burning on a day-to-day basis with activity. And then you've also got the Fitbit. The Fitbit as well is another one of those tracking apps on your mobile where you track your fitness and activity. And that is what's covered by mHealth. Now, what this is looking to do is build an entire ecosystem. So not just literally having the end user knowing what they have achieved in terms of metrics, in terms of activity and fitness, but this is actually building an ecosystem around that data and how that data can actually help that end user thrive and have a better life. So they're building an ecosystem, plus they are actually incentivizing activity. Okay, so it's not just simply a case of you having this app. It tells you how many steps you've done, how many miles you've covered, how many flights you've covered. And, you know, it's just like, okay, so what? What do you earn from it? So what Lympo are looking to do is incentivize it, essentially, allow you to earn. So, this isn't financial advice. Please do your due diligence. This is an ICO. ICOs are the highest risk, so make sure you do your own research. What I'm going to be presenting to you is my personal research into this cryptocurrency. So Mexico, Lim's positives. So I'm going to do a Savage Crypto style, positives first, then the negatives, and then give you an overall score. Okay, so I'm going to be looking to in keep with my new structure, which I brought to you the other day. So what are the positives of Lympo? So they are looking to build an mHealth ecosystem. Now, ecosystems are sexy ICOs and cryptocurrencies. Icon and OneChain are examples of ecosystem. Power Ledger, another example of ecosystem. There are loads of ecosystems being built where it's not just simply a product. They are looking to unite all of the parties within a particular industry for the benefit of everyone. Okay, so not just for the benefit of an end user, but for the benefit of everyone that are involved in this industry and to help the industry move forward. So they're building an ecosystem which consists of the end user, the person obviously doing the activity, personal trainers. Now, this is something you don't often see, but personal trainers can actually use this as an incentive tool and as a goals and objectives tool. Insurance companies, doctors looking to give you health advice based on your current activity. Food companies looking to provide you with healthier food to, I suppose, to encourage and help you live a healthier lifestyle. And then, of course, research, so that researchers have access to your data, a lot like in the kind of DNA kind of arena. They have access to your data, they can model you, and they can help progress health moving forward. So that is the purpose. This is quite an ambitious ecosystem and ambitious vision for a cryptocurrency. But ultimately, for you, I suppose, unless you're one of these other parties, for the end user, for the person that has one of these fitness apps or just even a basic health app, you connect that app to the Lympo wallet. So they're not actually building an app, a fitness app as such, but really an API so that you can connect your fitness app, whether that's Fitbit or Apple Health or or Google Fit, you can link it to a wallet. Okay, so essentially that allows you to get paid for the activity you do. Now that is so cool because I track my steps and all that all the time. And I used to be a fitness person. I used to be an athlete back in the day. You may not think it, but when I was 15, I was actually a national champion in the UK, right? So I'm quite big on fitness, even though I've got ye old, a bit of a round chin, but I am actually slimming that down now. So I like fitness, and I do activity, which my phone tracks, but I don't get diddly squat for it. This is like Steam for the sports industry. You put a bit of effort in, and you get paid for it. So you earn crypto, and plus you are sent offers that you can then spend that crypto with. You can also cash out that cryptocurrency as well, so that you can buy things. And there's also a partnership that allows you to buy in retail, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Monetization is essentially one of the big pain points out there that they're bringing a solution to. So the monetization at the moment is kind of given to the people who have created the app. All right, so they've created the app, they've gotten users, they've got advertising running, and the app creators are the ones getting the money. You're not getting anything. You're getting data. You're seeing, right, I've done this much activity today, this much activity yesterday, but you're not getting anything for it. So this is basically disrupting that model. It's giving the monetization to you, not just the centralized, not to the system, not to the people building for the system, it's for the end user. Then we've got tech and health data link. Okay, so this is one of the big reasons why I wanted to cover this, because really at the moment, and I'm quite big on health, hence why I covered medical chain, but at the moment, although the technology is out there, so there are people who, they know, the tech is there, or the health data is there to give you an indication of what you're doing, how much activity, how much calories you're spending and all that. But what's it linked to? How is it linked to technology, and how can that technology help improve your life? And that is what Lympo are looking to do. The platforms aren't out there. This is the platform that is reimagining the whole model. Okay, so they are linking technology, i.e. the API that links and pays you money, to the health data, so that the more you do, the more you get paid, and also it gives you an extra incentive to do more. Okay, so that is a big link which is missing right now. Incentives, so being able to get offers related to your personal preferences, and access to data, which at the moment there's no single repository for all of these different people in the ecosystem to access. It's a bit like medical chain. There's no single repository where all of these different entities can access your data to improve your life and the industry. So that is the solution. Now the token's a utility token, so that means that it's not going to be a security down the line. So it's not going to be issues. So the token is used really for making and receiving payment. So for you, if you were one of those end users wanting to spend your crypto on something, then you could make payment using the token. You could receive payment via giving access to these various parties, because you own the data, by the way. You own the data, and if anybody wants to access it, you receive a payment for allowing access. And of course, transactions on the blockchain. Okay, so transactions that take place on the Lympo ecosystem are all powered by the token. Now, this is the potential. So it's a 189 billion business. Okay, so a huge multi-billion business by 2025. So mHealth, 50% of all mobile users use these apps. Okay, whether it's on a very loose basis or whether it's on a quite heavy basis. But it's a very progressive industry. It's just growing. Day by day, more people are wanting to get fitter, they're wanting to get more live, they're wanting to use, the apps to be able to give them a series of data that shows how active are they, how healthy are they being, or not being as a result. So this is growing hugely, and by 2025, this is looking to be a humongous multi-billion business. What else? So they have got a series of partners. Okay, now these partners benefit the ecosystem and end user in different ways. So GymPro provides the personal trainer aspect of it. So this is how there's more personal trainers being onboarded onto the platform to help out the end users, to give them goals, to say, swim 10 laps or run a kilometre, or even just stand up and do something for half an hour. So these personal trainers are going to empower and encourage, motivate you as the end user to actually do something. So it's not just going to be a random goal. They're actually going to have decent personal trainers. Smackway is food, health food. So this partnership is going to enable you to spend cryptocurrency on healthy foods so that it helps you have a better life, have better health, be more active, and live longer. They've got world-class athletes working within the team. They've got a world champion discus thrower. They've got some fitness pros as well. And these are people that help with the strategy of the team, because at the end of the day, there needs to be a strong sports focus. And then Pundy X. Now, Pundy X I've just taken you through. Now, what this is going to enable is for the use of the cryptocurrency you earn to be spent in retail shops. Now, what I've gleaned from Lympo is that on average, you should be looking to earn about $10 to $20 a week. $10 to $20 a week, which can then be spent via Pundy X in retail. So it's not just a case of you cashing in your cryptocurrency and putting it into the retirement pot. You can actually spend the cryptocurrency you're earning. It's a bit like being able to just spend Steam on demand, which these are partnerships that really, they're not like the IBMs and HPs and those kind of partnerships which people look for, but these are partnerships that will enable Lympo to actually deliver value to investors. This is where you can see the potential for gains. Okay, so the market cap on release, based on the amount of supply, which is actually, bear with me. I think I might actually have this wrong. Bear with me. So it's times 0.02. Okay, got that wrong. So this is actually meant to be 650 million circulating supply times 2 cents, which equals 13 million market cap. Now, 500 is the initial amount that was meant to be on token sale, but there's now 650 million. So that means that the market cap is 13 to 13.6 million market cap. This would put it anywhere between 407th to 416th on coin market cap, which means it's a very, very low value cryptocurrency, a very low entry cryptocurrency. Now, I'm going to be talking about total supply in a minute, but the total supply is 1 billion tokens, and 2 cents a token is one of the lowest amounts I've ever seen people being able to buy a 1 billion total supply coin for. EOS is a 1 billion total supply, and that was 40 to 80 cents. Civic was 10 cents, and Power Ledger was 8 cents. And they are all 1 billion total supply tokens. This is 2 cents. So that means the ability to make gains is even higher, because just to get to Power Ledger, which is 8 cents, is already a 4 times gain. So I really like, the market cap, which is extremely low, 13.6 million. That gives incredible opportunity for gains, but also the fact that the low entry point enables greater fiat gains. Now, they've been established since 2016. They're already a revenue generating business, and they've already got 500 professionals on the B2B version of their app. So they're already established. They're not just coming in and saying, hey, this is us, this is our idea. They're actually working as a business. They actually are making revenue. So that gives you an indication of the fact they've got some credibility. In their team, they've got 11 core members and 13 advisors. Now, by looking at the team, there's obvious breadth. They're covering a range of different, departments, development, blockchain, smart contracts, as well as the marketing, the sales, the community, the strategy. So they've got the breadth. They're a young team. That's something that I have looked at. Now, young teams do quite well. For instance, Fland, quite a young team. And they've got world-class pros that help them as, I suppose, supporters. And I'll show you the team page in a little bit. So, breadthy team, young team, relatively, got quite a few people. It's not a very small team. And I'll talk more about the team in a minute. But they certainly have the breadth and energy that you'd be looking for from like a a startup, a startup that has really good potential. Now, the roadmap takes you to 2020 and beyond. Okay, so they've got listings. They're going to be adding more health apps to be able to connect onto the wallet. They're going to be developing the wallet over time, which is why they've gone with the Ethereum blockchain, because it's the most technologically advanced, in their opinion, to be able to build the wallet and give it better features. And they're going to be onboarding more partners, very similar kinds of partners to what we've already got, to make the ecosystem work better. So why blockchain? So because the blockchain is great for impenetrable data storage and a single repository for an entire industry. So the user can use the blockchain for data storage and privacy ultimately. So not only will they have all of their data present in one single repository, but they'll have the complete ability to keep it private and share. So they can keep it private. If they want to share with various parties, they can and get paid for it. And this is what blockchain enables in this instance. Smart contracts, these are required for the payment of activity. Okay, so smart contracts, when you put something in, you get something out. And in essence, the activity you put in gives you the crypto back. So smart contracts are required within the blockchain technology. Data is there for all parties. So this will be the single repository. So as well as the user having the benefits, this will be the place that the whole ecosystem will revolve around. And blockchain is needed so that all parties have access to this data. It's concrete data for insurance purposes. So if you're looking to get insurance, then this data can help support your claim. You get offers, so you get offers relative to what you're actually providing. Okay, so it's very, very binary data, and of course health professionals can use this data to assist you and make you, more effective. And then of course blockchain gives the technological ability to evolve the wallet, to evolve the value proposition, and essentially be able to deliver value to investors. So it all sounds great. So what are the negatives? Okay, what are the negatives in this instance? So first negative is lack of team superstars. Now I am quite fussy when I come to team superstars. When I look at superstars, I look for people that have at least 10 years experience in a particular niche. Okay, so they've worked in mobile, they've worked in the health industry, they've worked in mHealth ideally, so they'd have worked for Apple Health or something like that, and there isn't the years experience. There's also not the multinational company experience, hence MNC experience. So I really look for something special. So just to use examples, with medical chain, I was looking for NHS professionals because they were looking to deliver a health service, and they had that. They had 6 of them. Same for payment apps. One of them had a PayPal general manager as a superstar. That's the kind of thing I look for. Big companies, work for Facebook, work for Google, work for Huawei, work for Dell, HP, all that lot. But I don't see that multinational experience here. And I don't see breadth of experience, kind of longevity of experience, because they're a young team. And that has its benefits. So you've got the established and you've got the young. Both are very strong in different respects. But they seem to be achieving a lot with their partnership. So this doesn't concern me too much. I would be more concerned if there were no partnerships. And I'm thinking, this young team are obviously inexperienced, but it doesn't seem that way. 1 billion total supply. Okay, so that means low risk, low reward. Okay, so it goes up slowly because the supply is now in the 10 figures. However, the 650 million that are going to be initially circulating, the rest, the 350 million, are going to be locked up for 2 years. They're going to be delivered as airdrops, and they're going to be released over 3 years. So it's not just going to be 1 billion on the market, just like that, diluting the value of the cryptocurrency. It's going to be released in stages over a period of 3 years. So that means that the initial circulating supply is going to be running until about spring, when they start doing the airdrops. So this enables the gains to be made once this actually launches on exchange. It's a new niche. It's a new niche, which is excellent. That gives first mover advantage. That gives the ability to be the name of that niche. When people say, what's the top masternode coin? Dash. What's the top currency coin? Bitcoin. What's the top building coin? Ethereum. What is the top sports coin? or sports, health and fitness coin, I should say. Lympo. So, it's a new niche, that's great. However, it's not good for being able to predict the profits down the line. So you couldn't necessarily say, right, X has done really well, it's achieved a 12 billion market cap, so this has the ability to make times 300 gains or something. You can't do that necessarily because there's nothing like for like. And also the demand, you know, people are really into infrastructure coins, people are really into payment coins, people are into, you know, security coins. But for health and fitness, it's not necessarily, particularly when it comes to M-Health, it's not really a known demand in cryptocurrency. And that is, you know, that will lead on to the profit prediction. However, being a new niche means that they can establish themselves, and at a low entry point, actually, this is pretty good for gains, in my personal opinion. Adoption. Now, as far as the rewards are concerned, they are mainly health focused. So if you get offers, they are mainly going to be buying trainers, buying, you know, running vests, buying health food. It's all very health focused and fitness focused, which is great if you're an athlete, or if you're one of those people that likes to go for a jog, and you're one of those really annoying people in the office that says, oh yeah, I went for a 10-mile run last night, and everybody's just like, oh, for God's sake, shut up. Right? Those people would love this. However, as me as a general person, I like to use it, but then I like to buy TV, sound systems, cars, you know, all that kind of thing. You know, if the rewards are health focused, then that means I can't buy, you know, what I really want to buy. I can cash out and buy it, but I'd like to get offers to say, oh, here you go, buy a 65-inch television, or I don't know, projector or something. I don't know, something like that. But it's not necessarily geared towards my personal preferences, and I think that's something that hopefully they will build into their app and kind of be able to read some of the data so that they understand, you know, what a person actually likes, not just fitness stuff. And then it's an ICO. So ICO is the highest risk cryptocurrency. They've not gone onto the exchange. They've not been listed. They've not had their demand. They've not had their demand tested. They've not had their value tested. So you're getting involved at a very low, very early stage and low entry point, but you don't necessarily know if that's the lowest point. And what we've seen recently is a lot of cryptocurrencies that have come out have not necessarily boomed because it comes out at the wrong time. So you don't necessarily know what's going to happen when it hits the exchange. But these are the details as I know them. And so, you know, hopefully this has mitigated some of that risk by giving you an indication this is a credible team. They've got quite a largish team, and they've got a very ambitious vision, which they are achieving via their partnerships. So, with that in mind, let's give the final rating. So team-wise, I like the team, but being very, very pedantic like I am, I can't give them top marks, and in fact not even close to top marks. But they have got the breadth, they have got the energy, they've got the spirit, and they've achieved a lot. In which case, I give them a 3.5, which is good. Project-wise, I really like this project. It's new and unique, which means that they've got kind of the first mover advantage. It's also something to help promote health, something to help promote healthy living, and a technology that links data to actually being incentivized, which makes you more likely to do it. Makes you more likely to stay fit. And of course, I am wanting for people to live longer, be healthier. I don't necessarily live the healthiest lifestyle, but, you know, it doesn't mean that's not what I want for everybody else. The people that are born into this world, I want them to have an ecosystem that helps them thrive. And so therefore, I love this project. I think it's got enormous potential. And I think that the fact they're unique in this space gives them that first mover advantage. So overall, I'm giving this 3.8 out of 5, which is very good. Okay, and this is quite a high rating. So, being a very good cryptocurrency, what is the potential for gains, in my opinion? So, looking at the entry point of 2 cents, which is ridiculously small, I think this could easily, being the first mover, being the ones that are leading this niche, this could get up to $3 in the next year, okay? And if, looking at how the peaks and troughs of the market, it could take a year and a half, but it could be happening well before that. And a $3 valuation, or $3 per token, would put it at 150 times investment. That's massive. Absolutely massive. And I think that because they are owning this space, they've got that potential to be reached. And as cryptocurrency gets spread to the masses, this has massive, mass appeal. Blockchains, infrastructures, securities and all that have less market appeal, mass market appeal, than something like this. Pretty much, 50%, half of people use health apps. So this has such enormous potential to reach $3 once the masses start coming to cryptocurrency, looking for startups and looking for, the first to market in particular industries. And they're going to be looking, if they're one of those hipster types or one of those fitness types that are really looking to, invest in a small business that are, health focused, then Lympo are going to be it. So that is my opinion on Lympo. So I want to hear now what your opinion is. I want to get a simple yes or no from you. As you can see, look at this team. Look at this team. They look young, hungry, and ruthless, personally. So let's have a look and see what you guys are saying. So simple yes or no, yes or no. And we're waiting. So let's have a look and see. Looky work. Definite 50-50. Definite 50-50. There's quite a few yeses. Wendy coin. Maybe a fork of Suppo coin. Actually, well, it's it is 50-50. There's quite a few no's in batches and then quite a few yeses in batches. So anything between, I would say 40 yes, 60 no. So I think that, that's good. That's good. That means that people are seeing the value of this, because this is not what you would think is a particular cryptocurrency you would get involved in. This isn't the fusions. This isn't the WAN chains. It's not the icons. This is more niche orientated, more specific. And so to have any sort of interest in this, I think is a great thing. So look, you can see here, very young and you can see that they look the types that want to make this work. This is the person that's the head of it, Ada. Not to be confused with Cardano. But she's the head of it, interviews really well, from what I've seen with the Crypto Lark. So, so I think that these guys, I think they could be on something. They look like the types to be involved in sports. None of them look fat, overweight, and horrible to look at, do they? Let's be honest. They're a pretty attractive looking team. I know Danilo, funnily enough. He worked at YouTube, and I met him when he was at YouTube. He's no longer at YouTube, but he's advising on this role, and he was actually really helpful for some YouTube advice. And then we've got the Blockchain Sports Alliance, and these are the world-class app. These are the world-class people that are supporting this. So Andreas, discus throw world champion. So you'll probably be seeing him on your screens later this year. And then we've got a health coach, and then we've got a former boxer and fitness coach. So we've got quite a good team there. And then we've got the roadmap, which, as you can see here, goes beyond 2020. Okay, so they are going to be really looking to. I think it's a good sports startup. In all honesty, it's one of those things. When I first looked at it, I was thinking, really, I'm not interested, because when I see new industries coming to the blockchain, I think, why blockchain? Honestly, why are you choosing the blockchain? But looking more into this, I actually really like it. And the fact this is in a new niche, it's not, one of the typical ICOs I bring you. I think this has got good potential. And I personally, like to see the ecosystem being built as a whole. So I'm liking what you guys are saying. Any questions? Any questiones? Oh no. Oh, I've done it again. It's not a sponsored review. No, peeps, I don't do sponsored reviews. Can you listen and get it into your bloody thick skulls? I don't do sponsored reviews, no matter what people say, and no matter what Skype messages you've seen, whatever, screenshotted with bloody Barbara from Indahash. It's not true, for God's sake. Anyway, so it looks like I've crashed the website. So, brilliant. This is what I should do, though. I should actually tell them that I'm going to be doing a review. Because that means that they're not going to be embarrassed when it all goes down. Suppo, let me at them. I believe you, Suppo. So what if you did, Suppo? Well, that's true. So what if I did? At the end of the day, it's my personal opinion, this is. Superman is the man. Thank you very much. Love you, Superman. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Donald. You are awesome. Crypto Dude, you're a legend, bro. Thanks, mate. That's awesome. That's not completely broke, but it is it does look as if it is a bit slow. So, you know, what can you do? What can you do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lympo, if I have ruined things for you. Suppo, Lola versus Ada. That is quite a sexist question, isn't it? But I'll oblige. I can't say. Can't say. Obviously, you know, Lola's a friend of mine. I couldn't slag her off. Anyway, who's more ethical than Suppoman? Don't know. Who is more ethical than me? Probably no one. You know, let's be honest. Jigadon, thank you. You're awesome. Thanks. I'm loving this. Crow your coins. Yes. Watching while in the shower. Well, what can I say? I don't mind you watching me wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Honestly. Of which I imagine there is a large breadth of things you could be doing. Anyway, let's stop being inappropriate. Suppo, you sound so camp today. Well, if I've got that appeal, universally, then I don't mind. I don't like the name Lympo. So, I believe this is to do with Olympics. Okay, so limp is like the Olymp, but they've put the O over here. Okay, that's what I think it is, but I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it kind of makes sense. But at the end of the day, you know, go back to my famous words, no one wants a Lympo. Superman, you are too funny. You're too funny. There we are, Marble Arch. Yes, indeed. There we are. Lifetime fan, Suppo. Thank you, Kazim. Lympo is super. Keep up the great work, Suppo. Some very, very positive comments. Thank you. Is Alexis Sanchez your twin brother? Well, I'm not wearing an Arsenal shirt or Man U shirt or whatever. What do you think of this shirt, by the way? I'm thinking of professionalising my act. Enough of the jumpers. Okay, maybe the odd jumper every now and again. So I think that's it, peeps. What do you think of Universa? I am planning on doing some more Nympho. Like it. That kind of is what I thought of. It's a little bit like Wan Chain and Wank Chain. Lympo and Nympho. That's kind of what I think, but maybe I'm just dirty-minded. Who knows? I think that probably is it. Say something in Spanish. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Buenos dias. Gracias. Chorizo. What annoys me is when people say chorizo. Chorizo. It's chorizo. Okay, chorizo. There we are, Marble Arch. Are you inserting? I'm not going to be inserting anytime soon, I don't think. But you never know. Could be lucky. Too funny, Superman. Too funny. What about Vice? I told you about Vice yesterday. I didn't invest in ICO, but I'm going to be getting some because I'm going to be airdropped it for having Steam. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. What happened? We've been invaded. Some really inappropriate comments. You don't even wear boxers. I do, honestly. I do wear them. You know, I make sure I at least have them on when I go on a live stream. You know, if I didn't have them on and then all of a sudden the lights went out, then I'd have to go to the light switch, which you would see. And of course you would see if I had no boxers, and that would be embarrassing. Probably not embarrassing for me. I'd probably be like, oh yeah. But yeah. Too funny, Suppoman. Too funny. Right, that's it. That is it. Suppo, can you suggest a cheap masternode? Yes, I can. Suppo coin. There you go. Funny. Lots of questions being asked. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Right, that's it, peeps. So, Lympo.io. So, if you're interested, Lympo.io. Anyway, so I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode of Savage Crypto Savage ICO. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it gave you something to think about whilst we are going through this particular bear market and bear weekend. However, in the interim, 4 billion's just come back. So we've got to take the positives where we can. So Mexico. So there we are. That's it, peeps. That is it. So hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you again tomorrow. But until then, it is lights out, all out. So adios. There's some more Spanish. Adios.